So as a licensed financial specialist, how critical do you really see on a day-to-day basis as you interact with clients, how critical is it to really maintain a budget?
It's very critical. If you don't have the budget, chances are you're not saving any money and you're not laying the foundation for future investments that may increase your wealth. For example, if you want to buy your first house, you need to start saving for that down payment. If you want to retire someday, you got to make choices to reduce your consumption, to put away something for retirement 20, 30 years from now. You're working for money now, but somewhere down the line, the money got to work for you. That's when you can't work anymore. That's when you hit your 60s and 70s and you can't wake up or you just want to quit. But that money has to be there to take care of you. But it starts now. You start with budgeting and you start with saving.
Okay, so definitely very important key principles.
It's discipline, it's choices, and it's basically your financial well-being.
So what are some other key principles that you think is critical to our audience who's watching this and who's wondering, how they can begin or how they can continue to budget, especially with these hard times? What are some other things you would suggest or some other things that you would like to mention?
On a very personal level, when it comes to your finances, what I like to say to most of my clients, you don't live for people. You don't need to impress anybody. If you cannot afford something, stay within your means. Because businesses and the economy always go through this recession. It expands and it goes back. When you're making money, that's when you need to build the emergency fund. Because when we go into this phase we're in right now, there's no more money to save because we're not making it. Live for yourself, know what your means are, and budget accordingly.
Sounds good. So those are typically, so you would say the key principles would be definitely discipline, make sure that you're budgeting, make sure you're putting money aside, and make sure that you're putting priorities when it comes to what's needed and what's wanted, need versus want.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because most of the time people don't really need the things that they want.
Okay. So for a high school student that, just graduated and they're thinking, okay, this is my opportunity to save, I want to go about, let's say, saving for a car, or I want to go about saving for, something that they've probably been waiting for. This is their opportunity to do it. What are some key steps for those that are more so in the younger age bracket?
Okay. A typical high school graduate going into college shouldn't have a huge budget. Most likely they have a part-time job. I would basically recommend something that is very basic, that is very convenient, something that is not forcing them to save too much and breaking their budget. Like we mentioned earlier, the Systematic Saver CD is very convenient. You could start with a minimum amount and increase accordingly. And when it gets taken out of your checking account, like we say at Wachovia, out of sight, out of mind. If you don't see it in your checking account, chances are you're not tempted to spend it.
Okay.
That's one of the products that I can zoom on.
Okay.
But in this particular case.
And then what about someone who's, let's say, in their 40s or 50s? What would be some steps compared to, the high school student where they can begin? Because some people are saying, well, I'm 60 years old and it's too late. I don't need to budget. I don't have any major bills. I don't have any major expenses. What would you say to them?
Well, no matter how old you are, you still consume. And you need to consume according to how much money you're making. So budget at that age will always remain relevant. You are retiring after 60. You are on a fixed income. So that's when, if it didn't matter then, it matters so much more now because that fixed income is fixed. So you cannot count on anything else. I would say really, if you don't need anything, don't get it.
Sounds like that's the key one.
Yeah.
Don't buy out of want. Definitely go to the necessities.
It's your money working for you now as much as possible because you're not working anymore. It's whatever you've built, that nest egg you've built for the past 20, 30 years, you have to manage it according, again, to a budget that makes sense for you at that particular time in your life.
Okay. Anything else you would like to leave with those watching?
Yes, if anybody else have any more questions about this particular topic, they can reach me between the hours of 9 to 5 at 305-795-2881. The topic is not limited to this. We can go into other things that may be of relevance to you. Again, the number is 305-795-2881.
Thank you so very much, Nicholas. We really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, anytime.
Well, we thank you for watching Fiscally Fit, and we look forward to you watching us again on next week for our next topic, which will be first-time home buyers. So once again, if you have any questions or comments, we would love to hear from you. You can email us at ehw.info@gmail.com. That is ehw.info@gmail.com. Till next time, have a great night.